Hello everyone, RuneSmith here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make lockpicks for free that are at least good enough to pick up to green belt. So I'm going to be using this really thin wiper insert. This is probably the thinnest one you can get, just because I'm going to be using hand tools only and I didn't want to make this video an hour long. Firstly, we're going to cut the length of the pick that we want. Then we are going to cut the length of the tensioner minus the two bent ends that we will be bending in later. Now I say this project is for free, that's assuming you already own hand tools. The minimum you need is probably a file. I think I could do this whole project with just a file, maybe some sandpaper. You could snap the wiper insert by repeatedly bending it. Pretend it's a southward pick or something. Now the first thing I'm going to do, here I'm just showing different ways that you can stabilize the pick as you file. You can also hold the file still and run the pick blank down it to get the intended cuts you want. I'm going to speed this bit up, but I'm going to do a reasonable length from the end there. See that measurement? And because this is a good file and not one of my cheaper ones, I'm going to be cutting in one direction only, just pushing for the cut. Like I said, you can also brace the file and pull the pick blank down the file if it's easier to control for you. Have a quick check of the progress I've made here. That's about the depth I want it. I'm judging by the thickness of the thinnest part that's left, and that's how thick I want the shaft to be. Here I am getting out a diamond sharpening stone. I'm going to use one of the thicker grits I have. I believe it's 320. And there's a few different ways you can use this. I'm demonstrating running the pick along it there. I'm just rounding off the sharp edge that was left at the end. I'm also going to use this to shape the front of the pick. You know me, so I'm going to make it into a half diamond, but you can easily make it into a hook or any other profile. I am also going to use this to start thinning down the rest of the shaft. I'm not going to make this an extremely long pick, just to save some time. I do switch through a few different files and things here to adjust the shape and to cut it down a bit quicker. Next up, I move to 800 grit sandpaper and I just sand it dry. I start off by making the sandpaper rigid and sanding the edges so it moves smoothly through the lock. Then I fold over the sandpaper and just give it a quick sand, polish it up a little bit more and take the burrs off the edges. And here is what we end up with. It's not perfect, but it's good enough to pick at least a green belt level lock. Next, we're going to bend the ends of the tensioner. So on one end, you want it really small. This is going to be your makeshift top of the keyway tensioner. And next, you want it about the width of a thick pair of pliers for your bottom of the keyway tensioner. Now, if I was going to go above and beyond, I would file a notch in the end of the bottom of the keyway to make it fit a wider range of keyways. But I know what I'm going to be picking today, so I don't have to do that. Here I am removing the sharp edges from the ends.